Hey, it's the girl Kdiddavis come back out to you one more time. I've been very hesitant to do a video like this. There's many different reasons. From the title, you're gonna see. Probably you think it's one thing and something else. Probably you think exactly what I'm gonna say is what I'm gonna say. But let me say this. Let me start off with saying this. I had a whole speech like in my head because sometimes certain things, if it depends how like close it is to me in my heart, I definitely think about it and rehearse things in my head before I say it. I might not come on camera and rehearse it. I might not write it down and rehearse it, but I'm an actor, so I really can rehearse things in my head. That's how I used to like rehearse my lines and stuff before I say them out loud, before I get them wrong and tongue-tied. I will say them in my mind, and probably a lot of actors do that. I don't really know, but this thing is particularly close to me. I'm trying to speak as slow as I can and not feel like I'm like slow or something like that. Something's wrong with my eye, so I might be picking on my eye. Something's always wrong with my eye. I need my medicine. I haven't taken it in a while, in a couple of months, which is really bad. Not my fault. My dad. I called my doctor. I haven't been able to get her, so that's why. Before you try to come for me, why not take care of your eyes, or just ask me questions about certain things like that. But yeah. So as you know, I am Christian. And Christian people are put up on a pedestal, and sometimes it's not like, sometimes we put ourselves there, and sometimes we also are just put there because it's like we hold standards, right? So we're supposed to, everybody's supposed to, but at the end of the day, people do forget that at the end of the day we are people. I think people forget that, like, technically the Christian people are the people of the world coming into the church and accepting God. You're supposed to be, being Christian is supposed to be Christ-like, right? You understand? You're supposed to be the church. You're supposed to be holding up the standards for the church. Granted, they're very different denominations. I'm apostolic, so I'm speaking from that view. Probably not every, I feel like different apostolics have different views also. So it could just be, this is how your girl K did and how she feels about certain things and things like that. We are put up to different standards, it seems like, for people, because yes, granted, we criticize a lot of things. We criticize a lot of things, but we just, because we want to stand for excellence for God. We want to stand for Christ and being Christ-like. But sometimes I think so a lot of Christians take it to the extreme, to, instead of being like Jesus, which is Jesus' love, they put more hate into it. And when you put hate into things, that's where the problems get kind of messed up. You know what I'm saying? Jesus loves everyone. He would go up to anybody on the street if he had to. On the road, I don't know, you know, they have it in that back in the day, the dirt road with their little Jesus slippers, and he'll talk to everybody. He's not gonna partake in a life that they're doing, but he'll talk to them and try to persuade them to become better person. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking right now of the woman at the well, and she never met him before, but he knew her, and because he knew her and her experiences through life, it convinced her that this man must be who he portrays to him to be. The problem with a lot of Christians is that and I think the problem is with a lot of things, we condemn a lot of people, which sin is sin, right? That's what we believe. Sin is bad, being good is just being good, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, everybody sins, no matter who you are, no matter if you're a Christian. You're really trying to, we fall almost basically daily, and because we fall, we shouldn't be criticizing people that much about them sinning, because no sin is above any other sin. You know what I'm saying? Sin is bad across the board. Yes, we can tell somebody they should stop doing this and stop lying, stop stealing, stop doing that, but what are you doing? When you point at somebody, fingers are also pointing back at you. You understand what I'm saying? What are you doing? Think about what you're doing. I'm not saying if you're a Christian you shouldn't tell somebody what they're doing is wrong. I'm not saying that. But at the end of the day, you're supposed to tell that person they're wrong and still love them, but despite of what they're doing. You might not like what they're doing, but you're supposed to still love them and not hate them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of hate. First of all, we're going through so much in the world right now. We don't have time for hate. Let's really think about that. We're going through so much things in the world. We don't have time to be hating people. Nobody got time for that. And if you're saying you're Christian, Christ-like, and you hate somebody, you're not Christ-like. There's no way you're Christ-like in that, because being Christ-like is love. Yes, we can tell somebody they're wrong, but at the end of the day, we're also wrong because we probably something in our life that and the thing a lot of people don't think about is some things that you think in your head is also can be a sin. Not because people can't hear you doing it or see you doing it. God still knows what you're doing. At the end of the day, he still knows what you're doing, And that's all that matters. I can be all this perfect person outside. I can be doing my this. But at the end of the day, when the closet is closed or when the door is closed in your house, he knows what you're doing. And that's what all that matters. I'm not here to condemn nobody. I'm here to love everyone. I'm here to, the problem with also some of the Christians, I'm here to live by example. I don't want to be an example for anybody. By being a Christian, you're automatically supposed to be living an example, living a light. I'm not going to say 365 days of the year or not one leap year, you know what I'm saying, that I'm going to be perfect, because I'm not. I'm going to fall sometimes. I'm going to think something of this person like this. And honestly, because back in the day, I used to curse. But sometimes in my brain, I'm like, I'm cursing. Like, that's wrong. I shouldn't be doing that. But the thing about it, nobody would know that. I don't tell you that. But in the day, what I'm doing is still, why am I cursing it? Like, it doesn't make no sense. You understand what I'm saying? Like, when I was really, like, probably stopped cursing in 2000, not probably. I stopped cursing in 2006, right? And one time I slipped up. And I was in 2000, I want to say 2012, I went to Spring Hill, whatever the videos are for Spring Hill on there, and I was repeating what somebody was saying, and they cursed so much around, because people, you don't understand, that's why even though Jesus could be in the midst of like people who are sinners, he didn't make himself of those people, because when you make yourself of those people, some of the attributes can be just rubbed off on you without even you knowing that you're going to do this. So let me get back into the story. So this person who was around me, one of the interns, I started getting friendly with people, because even like, we had a little diversion group. I was part of the diversion group at the time. I didn't have, you know, sex. I was 20 something years old. My nickname in some high school groups were Virgin Mary. I'm okay. At first I was like, I'm okay with that. I could be Virgin Mary. She was picked for Jesus, so I could be her. You feel me? And he started saying stuff, and I was repeating what he was saying, and then he said a curse, and I'm like, and I said it. Oh my gosh, I flipped out. I started crying, because I'm like, I really convicted and got changed from this, and I'm like, dag, all these years passed, I have not said it out my mouth, and this is what happened to me. I slipped. But at the end of the day, you can slip, but you have to just get back up. You feel what I'm saying? And I can't say for sure, I don't think he thought of me any less, but he saw the conviction in my face and the way I live my life, that I'm not saying he changed his life. I'm not saying that happened. I don't know what he's doing right now. I haven't talked to this boy in years. But I lived in an intern house, if you don't know. I lived in an intern house with all these people. Back in the day, went through an acting thing in Iowa. It was Iowa, right? Yeah, it was Iowa. I did a lot of different stuff, you know, that's what I do in my life. And I just saying, you, as a Christian, you don't have to be of the world. You just be Christian and be in the world and being Christ-like. I mean, make sure the light that you shine can be told. Don't make your light be dimmed by your actions. Don't make people see less of God in you because of what you're doing. Yes, we sin, and people do put us to the highest, I hope this is making sense, pedestal, but we have to just make sure we live our life good, and when we do fall, we have to make it back up and just make sure that we tell people that God made me go through it. So many people can go through different things. I know some people who do so much different things, but in the day, I have done so much different things. I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect. You're not perfect. Like, you're not perfect. And it's just like, I just want to remind people, Christians are people too. Like, people forget Christians are people, and we are going to fall. And it's like, it's so hard for us to fall, because when it falls, it seems like we're falling so high. You know what I'm saying? And because you put us so high up there, we really was right here. We put us so high, so the floor is right here. We were really falling from here to here, but you put us up here. That the fall seems so much bigger, and the impact seems so much bigger because you put us so high. But really, we're just trying to make it. We're just trying to be somebody. We're just trying to get where we have to go to. Do not judge us like you don't want us to judge you. That's the problem. We're all judging, and our job is not to judge. That's the Father's job. We're not here to judge anybody. We're here to love each other. And if we just stop with the hate and we just love more people, we'll be so better. Like, if we just stop the hate and just become as one, and we could change so many things. Granted, God in Revelation is what's happening, going to happen, you know what I'm saying? But if we just do our part, and be better people, you know where you're going to go. I'm just saying. I think my God is the Alpha and Omega, beginning and the end. Just want it out there. I'm not, but you saw from the title. Being a Christian, we can be examples of doing good and doing wrong, because at the end of the day, we're still people. We're gonna do bad, we're gonna do good. But I hope that every Christian out there who listens to this or whatever, I don't know where this video is even going at this point. I'm just saying different things. What I meant to say is not what I said, but hopefully this touched somebody. Hopefully somebody who's not even Christian can listen to this and say, damn, I see their point of view, I understand. The problem is that not enough Christians are putting not enough love, so when we fall, it just makes it worse. I think it's what it is. Probably if we put out more love out there, stop criticizing and just judging people, when we fall, people won't say, oh my God, I thought so. If we fall and we put so much love out there, people will come embrace us, you know, and say, okay, she fell, but she got back up and she's doing better now. I think if we just stop doing that and just making it like, especially sometimes the older people, they be coming out on these young girls like, oh my God, you this and you that and you this and that. But when you was a young girl, you was popping and locking, dropping and tying. I'm just saying, people that's in the church, people are just people, and Christianity is just the love of Christ, and to be Christ-like. And that's what I want to bring to you today. Be Christ-like if you're a Christian. And if you see a person who's Christian, understand we are not perfect. We are not perfect. We're trying to be like him. We're not going to be perfect. We're going to die technically imperfect. I don't think we're going to die perfect. There's no way. It's not possible, because we sin daily. We sin daily. We have thoughts daily. And because of that, we are just like you. Just have a different title. Guys, I love you. My daughter said I shouldn't be saying this all the time. I should say subscribe and comment, But I want her to understand that Christ is God. Christ is God. You know, he's a bomb. He's it. So I'm gonna